Yes, people, big up to everyone. Welcome back to MHF Football. We're back on the channel. You know, this channel hosted by Footy Judge Mo and Don Husam, two absolute legends. We're here discussing all the football content news. So we have obviously Judge Mo, Husam, myself, Sheik TV. You guys are seeing me on the channel for the first time, making my debut, and also the intro as well. And as Romario as well. Shout out to Romario, Arsenal fan too. And today we're going to be discussing Isak. Is Isak ready for Palace? Is Saka and Saliba have obviously committed to Arsenal, so we're going to be discussing that. Is Maresca under pressure? And the so-called Amorim's United Revolution. So we will be discussing all.
But what is your heritage, bro? What is your heritage?
Shout out to everyone. Make sure you guys run up the likes and subscribe as always.
Oh, Sheik, what is your heritage, bro? What is your heritage?
My heritage?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, where is your parents or your grandparents originally from?
Oh, I'm from India.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're an American?
I'm American. Yeah.
You're like the American kid, the second generation or first generation?
Second generation.
Second generation. Ah, okay, cool. So your parents are American and then you were born in America.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay, are you like fucking ice or something? Who cares?
No. I'm just trying to find out, like, just something. I try to find something.
Sam, I'm just concerned why Mo's not asking me what my background is. What's going on, Mo?
Yeah, why don't you ask Romario, huh?
Because he told us off screen that he's a Caribbean background.
Great, that has nothing to do with it. Why don't you ask him on screen, though? Huh?
And guys, by the way, his actual name is Romario. He doesn't play like Romario. That's why he's here talking about football instead of playing football.
Hey,
that guy. Just let you guys know. He's
you know the worst thing?
Yeah.
No, the worst thing is, I was going to say, how do you know? But I am sat here with you boys. So, yeah, sadly, I got the name.
You don't need to tell me. You don't need to
tell me.
We know, because you're as good as Romario would be out there helping Arsenal.
Yes, bro. You would have been playing for Ukraine or some shit, you know?
Hey,
you wouldn't be sitting on a panel.
Boys,
Romario behind Jokeres, it would have worked. Never say never. Why not?
Better than Moreno. 100% better than Moreno, you know?
Better than Moreno.
Bro, I can't imagine he's still fucking ripping into Arteta until today. Bro, it is unbelievable, bro. What is this narrative, bro?
I saw a video yesterday. I want to say it is not appropriate for YouTube at all. Like, they are
serious, by the way. Bro, leave the man, bro. Like, halas. Leave on. Bro, what the fuck? What is wrong, bro? Bro,
what?
no one gets. I'm sorry. With all due respect to everyone, bro.
Someone photoshopped Arteta flying into the Twin Tower.
Flying into the Twin Tower, bro. Like, what the fuck?
That's not on. Wait, we started with my team. Is that how you?
No, it's not that. Forget. It's not about this. It's about why did he get, bro? Saliba signed yesterday. Okay, signed the contract. Like Saliba's signing for Arsenal. Right? Quality. Yeah, that means Arteta's leaving. Because Saliba wouldn't sign if he knows that Arteta's staying. I'm like, what? What is this? What, like, I think the agenda against him, bro. Husam sent me the thing. I was like, bro, this guy, like, they're gonna cause him trauma. He's losing his head, bro.
Yeah? She watch it now, please.
You watch the thing, she.
Listen,
it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
The thing is, yeah, the thing with Arteta is sometimes he's hard to understand, boys. Sometimes, you know, you think you know what he's doing and you haven't got an idea.
Okay, he's an
Marino start. I'm Arteta in. I'm Arteta in.
He's an Arteta.
Hey, man, full screen me. Hey, this is how Mo's treated me on my debut. I just want everyone
to know. Bro, I'm going to tell you
ambushed.
something. Wallah, I watched some of your shows on your channel. I liked you, and I said, I contact this guy. I want this guy to come on the channel.
By the way, man.
It's very good, you know, it's very good. Guys, to be honest, this is the first time I do content with Romario. You know what I mean? So I had no idea if he's Arteta in, Arteta out. What is this? Go ahead.
Okay, now, Mo, firstly, thank you for your kind words, sir. Very appreciate the opportunity. But the reason, you know what it is? Before Arteta came, we were the banter. We were the laughing stock of YouTube. Every video I watch, we're not still the banter. No. Man United are handling that for us. We'll come on to them. Shouts out Sheik. I see you got the hat on. You're still proud. I respect it. But listen,
always, man, always.
I respect it. But the thing with Mikel Arteta is, Mo, like, what were we doing before?
No, you don't talk to me, Dr. Husam. Don't talk to me. Talk to Husam.
What would you? No, but you're saying Saliba's only signed because Arteta must be leaving, right?
I didn't. That's the media. I woke up, and that's the people on Twitter, not me.
Okay, what's your opinion before I go in? Because I feel like you've got an agenda.
Arteta committed to the I'm gonna tell you, Saliba committed to the project, regardless of who the manager is. Because I believe some players commit to projects regardless of the manager that is coming in, because they believe in the vision of the sporting director. They speak to the board. They speak like I am like, because Arsenal team currently is a very good team. The Sakas, Gyökeres, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. It's a very good team. Zubamendi, as a football team, as a squad, it's good. It's a group together, regardless of who the manager is. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Today, even if Arne Slot announces he's leaving next year, Gravenberch is committed, Isak is committed, McAllister is committed, because the team is together. It's not because, with all due respect, I know there are a lot of people, and I know this. I know that some people think that Arteta is Pep Guardiola, that Arteta is Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool, maybe some players stayed at Liverpool because of Jurgen Klopp. Arteta's not yet that guy. He's not the guy that someone will sign for Arsenal because of Arteta. The reason why? Because he's in the hot seat. We all know that Arteta's in the hot seat. It maybe last season, yes. Arteta is a good coach, and he might sign players. Like Zubamendi maybe signed because Arteta spoke to him and he told him that, listen, my man, you're going to come in, you're going to be one of the catalysts of the team and all this stuff. But I don't think that Saliba, you can't tell me that Saliba signed for Arsenal, right? Because, he knows that Arteta staying 3-4 years. I guarantee you that nobody knows at Arsenal if Arteta staying 2-3 years or not. Because if he doesn't win this season, I think even the Cronkies and Andrea Berta, and I don't want to do Arteta in, Arteta out conversation today. I know that the fans, some of the fans that are pro-Arteta, will actually start questioning. Even Martin, who's in the chat, one of my good friends, I call him a friend, Martin, Husam Channel, here on my channel. Even Martin said, I am not going to be Arteta in, Arteta out, but comes at the end of the season, if he doesn't win, maybe we change. This is one of the most positive fans. You get my point here, right?
Yeah, no, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I just want to touch on, you said some players maybe stayed at Liverpool for Klopp. Well, this is what I mean. Before Arteta came in, how many players left Arsenal because they weren't convinced? And Arsene Wenger was manager. Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie, Toure, Clichy, Vieira. The list goes on, and it's all mainly Thierry Henry. All mainly because they didn't believe in the club's project. Now, Arteta is the main reason the club has moved in this direction. He holds the owners to account, the way Arsene Wenger got away with murder. And you know it is. Mikel Arteta needs to win a big trophy. You'll learn my expectations, Mo. I personally think we have to win a Premier League or Champions League. If we don't, it doesn't necessarily mean you sack Arteta, but that's when he's really on the watch. And I just saw one of the comments, Boston here. He said, you know, Mo's got us mistaken for Liverpool. We don't give players away for free. Trent, boyhood player, been at the club since he was about 4 years old. He left for free. Kanate, it's looking shaky. Why is he not signing that contract? Someone's got to explain it. William Saliba is one of the most in-demand centre-backs in the world, and we've just signed him to a new deal. Bukayo Saka the same. I just saw a video earlier today of when we played Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Vinicius Jr. asked Saka to swap shirts. Saka gets underrated a lot. We've got very talented players. However, Arteta needs to win a trophy to cement it. Until he wins a trophy, it is all noise. But
he's won a trophy. What do you mean? Saka swapped shirt with Vinny. That's a trophy.
I mean, I was also gonna say, like, out of all, like, with all due respect,
also they won the Eze Cup. Everyone knows that.
If I'm looking at Arsenal Football Club and I'm looking at their team, respectfully, only Saka's shirt is the one that I want. I don't want anybody else's. They're all scrubs.
Your club couldn't afford any other shirts at the club. You might have enough.
Your club can't afford a trophy right now, but it is what it is. Your club.
But this is the thing. It's time.
You said, oh, we had a banter era. In our banter era, we still won more trophies than you.
Let me ask
Romario. Where's that got you? Where's it got you? Where's it got Man United?
And
guys, can we not stoop down to the level of Man United?
Where has that gotten you?
Stop stoop down to the level of Man United. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this.
The cheek of it. The cheek.
Down to the level of Man United. Let me ask Romario a question. Would you rather lose Saliba on a free and win the league 2 years in a row, or would you rather keep Saliba?
I mean, when you've got the Rolls Royce that is Christian Mascara, of course you let Saliba go on a free for those. Listen, no player is bigger than the club.
So we're going to win the league again this season and lose Konate on a free. Saliba stays, wins nothing.
Yeah, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. I like what you did there, but the season is long. It is a long season. We're 5 games in, boys. 5 games.
Correct.
And I know the business we're in.
The season is really long, Romario. Where do you go next? Where do you go next?
Full of life.
I love Romario's positivity. We're about to drown him with our negativity. You get me? Romario. No, wait. Romario just made a statement. He said the season is long. Romario, where do you go next?
Get in here, Martin.
Listen.
Where do you go next, Romario, on this long season? Tell them.
What do you mean? Be more specific.
Where is your next pit stop in the long season?
Okay. A big game this Sunday, St. James's Park. All right. I've done a combined 11 on my channel. It's going to come out after this video, so make sure you go and check it. I've done it with a Newcastle fan. We have to win that game. And I'm telling you now, boys, I'm going to go Kevin Keegan here. I'd love it if we beat them. And if we do beat them, when we beat them and we go there and we get the 3 points, I'm just going to enjoy the silence. I'm going to message all 3 of you, and I'm just going to send you a screenshot of the score. That's all I'm going to do. Just going to send you a screenshot. We'll go to Newcastle, beat them, and it's all forgotten. That's it.
I think if you're an Arsenal fan, you should pray that Liverpool beat Palace tomorrow. Because if Liverpool beat Palace, that's your only hope of beating Newcastle. Because if we get a draw, you're going to get a draw. And if we lose, you'll lose.
Yeah, well, listen, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, Hassan. It's a new season, all right? I know we done that last year where every time you slipped up, we slipped up worse. But that's what life's about, guys, right? Experience, learning, improving. You know, you make these mistakes. It's all about the journey, boys. And some journeys are longer than others. You know, Hassan, you said you're in Jordan. I've been to Saudi. Nice flight. But it's not as long as Vegas. Both nice flights. Some flights take longer to get you to your destination. Maybe this is just one of them.
This flight has been taking 6 years. When is it going to land?
Listen, sometimes you got to let it land, Hassan. And sometimes, listen, what do you do? Turn the plane around and send it back to where it flew from and start again?
No,
if
change.
the plane doesn't arrive,
you
change the pilot. If the plane, if every single thing is delayed, if you're
Change
delayed,
the pilot, mate.
If you're wondering, for 6 years, why haven't I landed yet? You have to change the pilot. Either you can change the flight too, the airlines, but that's a longer process. You first just change the pilot. That's it. You just start off like that.
Listen, what's cute, boys, is seeing how Man United have fallen. You know, their only glory is being.
No, don't deflect. Do not deflect. We all try to
my club.
There is an Arsenal section. There is a Chelsea section. There's a Man United section. Don't worry about it.
Husam, do you know what it is? I just hate seeing the cheek on their face when they try and criticize the club. It just sends me. But listen, you're right. Let me not deflect. How rude of me. Okay. However, what I will say is this. Only time can tell, all right? Only time can tell. And you boys are right, all right? He's not won, because you say he's won a trophy for the FA Cup. Me, personally, I don't really count it because we were winning FA Cups before. We're trying to go to the next level. Haven't won a Premier League title in what will be 21 years next year. He has to win one of them. Premier League or Champions League. I think we can. I think we've got all the ammunition. And if you boys can sit here, honestly, you can honestly say Mikel Arteta is not a top manager. Not saying he's Pep, not saying he's Klopp, not saying he's even Antonio Conte, but it's because he hasn't got the silverware. He's got everything else but the trophy. And Ange Postecoglou won a trophy. Would you boys have him at your club? I bet the answer's no. So everyone likes to use trophies as the yardstick for, you know, whether a manager's successful or not. Arteta's turned the club around. So listen, I know there's a few Arsenal fans. Shouts out Boston in the chat. He sees the vision. Sometimes cool, patience, calm. It will come, boys. It will come.
No, guys, big up everyone that joined us from the football terrace. Hit that like button, people.
Big up everyone. Big up.
Yeah, I actually heard that Staffy called me out on the football terrace.
What did he say?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Staffy's a brother. It doesn't matter. He said something about I waffle, I have agenda, whatever. I'm gonna next straight facts. I'm calling him out. It's how it goes, you know.
We're 15 subs away from 10.8k, by the way. So everyone who just joined us from Football Terrace, thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and go subscribe to all the brothers on the panel. All their links are in the description.
Sanford, can I ask you something? Which channel do you want to be tagged? Which channel are you most affiliated with? Surfer.
Who? Surfer? Casual FC?
Yes. Is that his channel? I thought that's Marshall's channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tag Marshall. But big up Muhammad for
can we keep this when we get to the Liverpool section because it's Liverpool related.
Liverpool.
Both.
Liverpool. Yeah. But listen, Arteta ain't guy, believing in the team. If they don't win the season and they sign Yildiz, he's gonna tell us, listen, broski, next year is our year. Next year is our year, you know? Bro. But listen, I am, for the sake of football.
Andrew, your mic is doing the same thing it did last time.
Yeah, for the sake of football, Arsenal must win against Newcastle.
Bro, mics cost like £10, bro. What are you doing?
To be honest.
Bro, what are you doing, Andrew? Andrew, you're better than this. You know you got money. You can't buy a £10 mic. Come on, man. You are on the Football Terrace, on Don Husam, on Footy Judge Mo, on MHF, on Carefree Lewis G, on Casual FC, on the Bridge Nation. You go everywhere. £10, Andrew. £10. £10 you buy a microphone. £10. This thing, I'm on 60k subs. I've got a fucking £50 microphone. You fraud. Anyway. So Sheik, are Arsenal going to win the league?
You're asking me, are Arsenal going to win the league? You know the answer to the question already. No. And the main example is, I mean, the main culprit and the reason for all this is Mikel Arteta. He's at the helm.
That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because why haven't you won so far? You keep saying, I love how every year we hear this. Arsenal fans talk about this. We have the best defense. We have the best this. We have the best.
But they do.
But the best can't warrant for a trophy. Not a single one. Can't win a single trophy.
So do you believe they're gonna do you believe they can win the league or the Champions League this season?
No, I don't think.
Why?
Because I think Liverpool are better than them.
Okay.
Two,
many years, I believe that Liverpool were better than City, and City won the league. In my eyes, at least, sometimes.
Fair enough. In a lot of those years, I thought City were the better team, but fair enough. I hear that. One, so I think Liverpool are better than them. Two, the manager, some of his decisions.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean Liverpool are better than them? Is the defense of Liverpool better than them?
I think as a team and as a unit, and as obviously from the experience of last season as well as a squad entirely, they have the mentality and they're better equipped to go win this league currently at this moment. That's what I think. I think right now, for one, I'm a United fan, and for me to say all these things, it hurts anyways. But right now, they're not even the best. Let's just be completely honest. We keep ridiculing Wirtz, every single week. But to be honest, it doesn't matter because they're winning. They're winning games. When Wirtz does start performing, and when he does, it'll be a lot worse than what we're seeing right now as a rival fan. So it's like Liverpool right now are not the best defensively. Liverpool still have a lot of the problems that we're seeing in the first 5 games. However, the difference is that they're still able to find a way to win, and that's what champions do in seasons like this, is that you have to find a way to win. So when they do start gelling, and a couple of 10 games later, 15 games later, when they have reached that point where, okay, Liverpool are here, I think it's just going to be too late for Arsenal to catch up. And now I'll get into Arsenal and why I think that they won't win. Because some of the decisions that their manager makes. Did you sign Eze, Madueke, and all these players to play them against Forest? Or did you sign them to be level raisers and floor raisers? Those were the names that we were told, right? These signings were difference makers, floor raisers. So what's the point if you're not going to play them in all these big games? And I just think some of these decisions...
the point. It's been 5 games. Everyone just needs to relax, just breathe. It's been 5 games. The thing is, the league's not won this early. Tottenham were top of the league last season under Ange, and then the season before that. And you saw what happened. They fell off. Like Liverpool obviously aren't Tottenham under Ange, but anything can happen. It's a long season. Their squad's not as big as it was. They sold a lot of players. I'm just not convinced this is a foregone conclusion is Liverpool are going to win the league. I don't think they're like...
That's the thing is that...
Why? Can I ask you why?
Because
first of all, Arsenal, I'm sorry, what's your name? It's my first time streaming.
I'm Romario. Is your name Staffy or...
My name is Husam. Romario, nice to meet you.
Good to meet
let
you,
me
brother.
ask you.
Before I accept any questions.
There's 2 Husams, yeah. Liverpool Husam and Staffy Husam.
I'm meant to say Man United. Husam, fuck.
I'm only Husam on YouTube.
No, but on a real though, can I ask you why? Why did you just say that?
What, in terms of it's not a foregone conclusion that Liverpool win the title?
Yeah. Like, I want to know.
Well, listen, last time I checked, it's not the Bundesliga, it's not La Liga, it's not Liga where PSG, Bayern, Real Madrid or Barca. It's not that simple. It's a long season. Liverpool, in all their games this season, I think barring against us, ironically, have either been drawing or lost the lead, right? And they've lost a 2-goal lead about 4 or 5 times this year in the Prem and in the Champions League. They're not as formidable as everyone's making out. They're a very, very good team. I'm not sure Mohamed Salah is going to hit the level he hit last year, which then ultimately means Isak or Ekatike have to pick it up. I just don't think this is...
Romario, let me ask you, how many times have you said that statement over the last 7 years?
What about Salah?
Yes.
Yeah, but what did Salah do the season before last when Liverpool finished 3rd?
He eventually has to drop off. He's not wrong.
What did he do? He was top of the goals chart and the assist chart in January, and then he went to AFCON, got injured.
Yeah, that sounds like an excuse to me. That sounds like excuses because when we got knocked out of the Champions League last season,
getting into the excuse.
Is that an Arsenal fan talking about excuses?
This is my point. That's the irony, bro. You're not seeing the irony. Man's talking about AFCON and he got injured.
When a player gets injured, guys, we gotta differentiate between excuses and reasons. If a player is factually injured, that is not an excuse. That is a reason.
Okay.
If he's not playing games and he's injured and he's not getting the same tally of goals, it's because he's just literally not playing. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to go back to what you said. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. Like you said, I agree with you. But I wanted to hear your reasoning as an Arsenal fan. Because what you're saying right now, yes, it holds some weight. But by the way, Mo Salah, who hasn't been performing good, has already like 3 goals in the Premier League this season in 5 games. 2 or 3, I forgot. He's playing bad. Liverpool are playing bad, and they're 5 wins in 5 games. Can you imagine what's going to happen when they play well? This is the chance, by the way, this is the chance for everyone to take points off Liverpool because they're a new team, a lot of new signings. They will take time to gel. When they need time to gel, that's when you need to take points off them, because when they get going, they have a lot of quality in that team. My issue is right now, what did you do when you played them? And when you look at that game, this is exactly why I don't think you're going to win the league. And I'm seeing Martin already getting rattled in the chat saying stuff is about to work for Liverpool. I'm not working for Liverpool. Husam, what was happening to me on the terrace? They keep saying I hate Liverpool, right? I come here, I'm a Liverpool twerker. I'll never win on YouTube. Khalas, it is what it is. On one channel, I'm a Liverpool hater. On one channel, I'm a Liverpool twerker. Maybe, just maybe, I'm just trying to be objective. You, sir, have played 3 big teams so far, and your manager's taught me one thing, that he is very, very, very cowardice in his approach. I don't think your team is that bad to be playing the way Arteta approaches them. I feel like Arteta is like, let me give you this analogy. Imagine you're broke. I'm going to consider us all broke here because we're not like multimillionaires, all right? So to a certain level, we're broke. But imagine Husam tomorrow. No, actually, Husam would probably spend it all. Imagine Surfer wins the lottery tomorrow, wins like 50 million. And like Surfer's like, fuck, I'm not used to having like all this money in my bank account. Surfer is probably still going to be a little bit conservative because he's just like, he's mentally not there yet. He's not used to like, oh, now as a millionaire, I can actually wake up and just fly to all these places and get private jets. Yeah. He's not used to it yet. I look at Arteta and the way he uses his team, I think he still uses his team as the team that he inherited a few years ago, or the team he was building in the first 3 years. I don't think you need to approach big games, especially at home, in the way that he does. The man signed Eze for 70 million, and he's leaving him on the bench to come on within like what? He brought him at halftime, but maybe if you guys weren't losing, he probably would have brought him with like 30 minutes left. You have way too much quality in the squad for him to be approaching certain games in the way that he does. And for me, yes, you dropped 3 points against Liverpool, so it's not a big deal. I get it in the context of that. But I think because of his approach in big games, I think you're going to drop a lot more points. And I do think this team is capable of playing better. I think he's lowering the ceiling of this team. That means I rate the players individually more than the performances that I'm seeing. So that actually means that we kind of rate Arsenal, but I don't want to speak for Sheikh, but I think when Sheikh doesn't think you guys are going to win the league or you're not winning, I think this is the reasons why. And if you show different, which I think you're capable of, we'd have a completely different conversation.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
One second. The reason I'm laughing is I just imagined Andrew if he won the lottery, and this is the first video that came to my mind. I swear to God, this is what came to my mind.
If you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
It's not about choice either. I can't lie. It's not about choice.
There are worse ways to go.
Can you promise us, if you do win the lottery, though, you'll buy a $10 mic or a £10 mic?
Yeah, $10, bro.
Start off with that.
Bro, this guy is rich. This guy is rich. He has a lot of money. He lives in fucking London. He's fucking coked with money. He can't even buy a mic.
That's not true. Living in London doesn't guarantee wealth.
I don't live in London.
He's living like Jeff Bezos, bro.
Yeah, right. Before I forget what Starvey just said, can I just say, because eloquently put, I actually agree with a lot of what you just said, but I'm going to stick with your analogy. Not every man or woman who wins the lottery will spend it all fast, despite not having it before. Some will learn. Okay, I've got the money. Let me see what I can do with it. Some might even be boring with the money. Mikel Arteta. However, give him time. I'm convinced he will start to utilize Eze. He should have started Eze against Liverpool.
Give who time?
Him against City.
See what you just did right there. You think he'll change it, which means you agree.
Let me land.
Because you just said yourself there. No, one second. Before you continue, I'm going to let you continue. But you admitting that you think he will eventually change means you're acknowledging that something needs to change.
Yeah,
so you can't say it was 5 games when you're saying eventually it will change. It means you're not agreeing with it.
No, I agree with what you're saying in terms of how Arteta's used the squad. You can only go off what we've seen, bro, which is 5 games. 5, not 10, not 15, 5. Eze's been here for 3 of those games. Okay, he was on the pitch unveiled against Leeds, so he signed late. Maybe he thought, let me not chuck Eze in. I don't like that, but I get it. Like, maybe give him time. Isak didn't start straight away. Isak scoring against Southampton in the Cup.
No, there's a difference.
Isak
One is a
didn't
match
Stop
fit
it,
and
stop it.
one
Can
is
I
not.
ask you something? Can I ask you
Isak didn't
something?
have a preseason.
Technically,
Is
7 games.
Hold on. Is
Romario, I realize you're low-key very shameless. Do you just say Isak didn't start straight away? The guy didn't have a preseason.
He didn't have
One
a
didn't have a
preseason.
preseason, one actually had a preseason.
No, but
We
hold on,
actually have
I
to
wanna-
Community Shield.
Romario said something. I want to just so
Sam,
Romario
sorry,
said that
mate.
give
Sam's a
Eze
cheeky
time,
guy.
he will be embedded in the team. Blah 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 blah. But Verts are not that. Is it because just Liverpool are winning every game?
Yeah. What do you say? Vert?
No, you.
Sorry.
The question is for Staffy. Is that because
Say that
Liverpool
again.
are winning every game? Okay, so Romario just said, give Eze time. He will be embedded in the team. He will use him well, and he will actually start for Arsenal. Verts have started the majority of the games, and he hasn't played well, but Liverpool are winning. So the analysis based on because Liverpool are winning 5 games. So the question is, so if Liverpool don't win against Palace and Arsenal win against Newcastle, the difference might be like 2-3 points. Your analysis will change based on this?
I'm very confused with your question. What does Wirtz have to do with this? So repeat it again so I can give you a proper answer.
Romario is stressing that Eze is new to Arsenal. He needs time to be embedded. That Arteta will use him the right way by learning where to use him on the pitch.
Okay.
Wirtz has played for Liverpool. He hasn't starred. There are other players that are carrying the team for Liverpool that are making them win.
Yeah, I agree.
Which means that still need time for Wirtz to be embedded, because Wirtz is a brilliant player. We saw him in the Bundesliga. He's a fantastic player, right? But he needs time. Why Eze is not getting the same treatment as Wirtz? Why does...
No, because I didn't blame Eze. I don't think anyone looks at Eze and thinks it's an issue with Eze. We're talking about Wirtz not being good enough because, he needs time to adapt to the Premier League. But that's not what we mentioned Eze, and it's not the same conversation. I believe Eze would be performing if he is playing because he already has 2 assists in the limited minutes that he's played in.
And the goal.
I think the reason Eze doesn't
Arteta's
play...
not playing him is the problem.
Exactly. On one side, I'm judging a player within Wirtz and his performances,
it's
and on
not
the
about
other
how
side,
he's using him. It's about him not even being started.
So it's a different conversation. I'm having a conversation about a manager, and then you brought in Wirtz. But I don't think anyone's looking at Slot and saying he's the reason Wirtz is not playing well. I think we're looking at Wirtz's performance individually, saying, all right, something needs to give there. I believe that as he plays, he will perform better. I do think he's not playing, though, because Arteta, you guys think he needs time to bend him. I actually disagree with you. I think he wants to limit the risks taken in certain games. So he goes for type of players like Marino, like Martinelli, like the midfield that he chooses, because he knows if Eze's on, what did Eze do when he came on last game? One ball over the top, go right away. If you do more of that, you lose more of the ball.
I actually disagree a little bit with one point. I think Arteta has a trust issue. I think Arteta has a trust issue. Because actually, when I watch Arsenal,
in what way?
I'm going to tell you, when I watch Arsenal play, it's my analysis. Actually, Mikel Merino on the pitch is actually an attacking player, but he's not a good attacking player. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Staffy? Like Merino is not, to be honest, Mikel Merino doesn't get involved in the defensive part of the game as much. He stays up, he presses high. I actually think that Arteta is afraid of playing Eze in the 10, not because he wants to be cautious, because he doesn't know what Eze provides. He knows what Moreno provides.
I agree with you. I do think Eze off the ball.
You know why my evidence is? I looked at Moreno's positioning on the pitch. It's pretty damn high, but it's a useless high position on the pitch.
Wait, stop.
He keeps the shape well, though. I agree with you. And I think because he keeps the shape of the midfield very well, he likes to trust him. But on the ball, by the way, this is why a lot of people like to call him a DM. He's not really a DM. He's supposed to be a box crasher. Let's be real here. Who the fuck are you? How are you crashing the box if no one's really gonna be finding you anyways? Like, respectfully, bro, who the fuck is finding Marino when you have on one side Martinelli or Trossard and you have on one side Madueke? You don't even have the creators that are gonna find him. This is why I keep saying, like, I think he just likes to keep the possession of the sake of keeping the possession. It's like, I don't want to eat this food right now, but because I don't want to eat it later, I'm just gonna keep it next to me here and absolutely not use it. That is what's going on right now. He wants to keep the ball.
Great analogy.
I'm gonna give an objective analysis. I think Arteta is the best manager in the league when it comes to the first third and the second third. Yeah, and he's the worst manager in the league when it comes to the final third.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gone mad.
No. He is absolutely right. What are you
Let
talking
me.
about?
Can I just
The
say one
worst.
thing?
The
I'm
worst.
You
gonna
remember?
tell you.
Yes, the worst.
Are you
I'll tell you
saying
why.
pound for pound, or
Look.
are you saying he's,
No.
he's
I'm
number
saying,
20?
and I'll tell you what.
Hold on. Pound
More,
for
can I
pound,
finish my
Husam is
point?
100% correct. Go ahead.
I'll finish my point.
Do you know why
I'll tell you
pound
why.
for pound, Romario? Because of he has all the tools.
He has the
pound for
weapons.
pound. Yeah,
That
but
I
he
can
has
the
the
accept.
weapons.
I can accept
Like,
pound for
obviously,
pound. I
Scott,
can accept.
guys. People need to understand what I'm saying. Scott Parker doesn't have Saka, Jokeres, Trossard, Eze. That Scott Parker has the
Adweke,
fucking
Odegaard,
forward.
Eze, yes, of course.
Scott Parker has Lyle Foster playing up top. Taban. Okay? So that's what we're doing. So we're sitting
He's
here
been
and be
decent
honest,
this
right?
year, to be fair. Isn't he?
So I'm talking about the bro, look at this shit. Bro, look at this. 0.62 open play XG per game. Do you know that Arsenal last season, and this is something that's extended back from last season.
Chat, help me, chat, help me.
Do you know that last season
No. You must suffer, bro.
They had less chances created than Bournemouth. The reason why I say this is, look.
Ariola, speak soon.
You see what Pep did in the summer? You see what
Can I come in after this, Sam? Because I've got
let me finish.
I've got to explain myself here. Because
you see what Pep did in the summer, where he got Pep Linders as the assistant. I think Arteta should have got Pep Linders as the assistant. I think Arteta should have gotten an assistant that's forward thinking, that's offensive thinking, that allows them to create chances in the final third. Bro, how is it you have Jokeres, who just won the Gerd Muller trophy, Bukayo Saka, Eze, Odegaard, and you can't create one triangle to get in behind and get Jokeres a tap-in? How?
Bro,
Imagine
how
I
you
gave
find
the
all these
same.
players and
Imagine
you're
I give
still
the
going
same
to
front
ground?
three to Slot or to Pep. I
Right.
promise you, Jokeres is getting 3-4 chances a game at least. At least.
Can I alleviate your
Minimum.
fears? Let me. I'm gonna need some time here. So, Jokeres, by the way, big fan of. We're not using him well enough. We're not giving him the chances. So everything you're saying, I agree. Secondly, Saka, Eze, and Odegaard haven't been available altogether yet. That Odegaard's been injured or Saka's come off injured, then Eze's come on. Whatever, cool. When they're all fit, I'm almost 99% sure
They were available at Anfield.
Yeah, but Odegaard had just come back from injury, and Saka wasn't fit for Anfield. Saka wasn't. Eze had just come to the club, and Odegaard come back from injury. You lot are telling me injuries are facts. There's a difference between facts and excuses. That's the facts, okay? Now, when they're fit, you will see Saka, Eze, and Odegaard starting behind the striker, whether it's Havertz or Jokeres. I agree. That XG chart you just showed me, I think is like it explains
It's
how
embarrassing.
it's bad. When you're at the ground, I went to the Leeds game today. We were a bit better, but Arteta has got this annoying thing of like obsessing over control. He wants to control everything. We'll have the ball in the high right corner in the opposition's final third, and then he'll recycle and go back. It's the horseshoe effect. He loves the horseshoe, and I agree with you boys that we need to do better in attack. Everyone on Sky Sports was saying take the handbrake off. Cool. I think he will. And all I can say is give it time, people. That's
So
all
you're
I
just
can say.
hopium, basically. Hopium?
You could call it hopium. You could call it belief.
You have no reason to predict that, by the way. And by the way, we're talking about mainly the big games rather than everyone else.
Hold on. Let me come in here. And you say I've got no reason to predict that. 2 seasons ago, we scored the most goals in the league, and we didn't win the league, but we scored the most goals. Last year, I think we scored the 2nd or 3rd most goals. So it's not that we're a defensive team. Yes, we rely on set pieces a lot, but all this notion that Arteta can't.
It's not that we're a defensive team,
teams,
but we rely on set
nonsense.
pieces and have the lowest open play XG.
Yeah, but we score goals, bro.
That's by definition a defensive team.
Yeah, but Husam, this is what I'm saying. You boys it's I don't want to accuse you of being something, but you're being sensational. You know, it's 5
We usually are sensational.
Yeah, like we haven't had the chance.
Okay,
to
how did
play
you
our
break
full
the
team
deadlock
yet.
against Man United?
It's goalkeeper.
How did you break the deadlock against Leeds?
My goalkeeper, yeah, it was my goalkeeper.
Corner, Timber.
You didn't score against Liverpool. How did you break the deadlock against Forest?
They scored a set piece there, ironic. Forest, I think, who was it? Was it a set piece?
The first time the whole season, your first goal was not a set piece, was Eze to Martinelli, the equalizer. Imagine. You think that's not a problem?
No, I do think it's a problem, bro. I think that's part of the reason we haven't won the league. I was at PSG away last year, and like we was trying to attack and attack. The thing, look, Arteta's issue is he prefers not conceding than scoring 4 and conceding 2, which isn't great, but he prefers safety over risk. And listen, that's not good for trying to win leagues. It gets you up there. We're very consistent, but we have to win the league. I actually agree with a lot of you boys are saying, but I like Arteta.
That's why I was telling you.
Hang on. Against City, after he equalised and had the momentum, he brought on a defender against a strikerless City for 4 minutes left in the game. This is what your manager does. He is Super Saiyan Mourinho. That's what Mourinho used to do. That's why he's not a school of Pep. He's a school of Mourinho at his finest. Mourinho used to do that. That's the flaw in his game. And I bet you right now, you say Eze's going to start. I bet you see Martinelli start a lot more now after his recent goals and coming off the bench. I bet you he starts more on the left wing than Eze does.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question at this point because I thought I had to confirm. What would you have done then? Instead of bringing on Mascara, what would you have done? Just not done anything?
I don't think you needed to do anything.
Why did you need to bring on... Hang on. In your eyes, why did he need to bring on Mascara against a strikerless Man City?
Because he took off Timber for Martinelli, so he had 3 defenders. Yeah, they didn't have a striker, but they still had Savinho on. I think they have Doku on.
Oh wow! So you needed another centre back to stop Savinho, who has 1 goal the whole year. Great point there.
Listen. Arteta
Mario, you're in with the sharks now. You're swimming with the sharks. You have to be ready to get bit. I
hear it. No, but I've got armor on, so that's fine. I'm still here swimming. I'm still gonna get.
He thinks he's dunking him. This isn't Finding Nemo either. You know what I mean? This is proper piranha central. You know?
Listen, this is fine. I can handle it, boys. I can handle the heat. This isn't nothing. I've got a Chelsea fan shamelessly spending billions and having no expectation. I've got a United fan wearing a United hat. Squad? Yeah, but it's over a period of time, bro. The money we spent in 6 years, you spent in a year. So it's fine. Listen, you lot are relevant anyway. Arsenal are gonna.
You just brought them up, so they are relevant.
They're gonna shut a lot of people up this year. Just give it time. I'm telling you, just give it time. If you think Arteta's a bad manager, you're deluded. He's a good manager.
Not a single person said he's a bad manager. Go ahead, Chief.
No, but there's suggestions that he can't win us a title. Of course he can.
Yes, because of the way he managed.
See what you just did right now. You not winning a league does not make you a bad manager. And Chico was about to go, so I want to let him speak. But don't put words in our mouth. We are saying that he should be doing better. Means we're having a conversation about him getting you over the hump, aka winning a major. That doesn't make you a bad manager. The fact that you're here to begin with means you're a good manager. So don't misquote us.
Sheik said we're not going to win the league. So maybe I'm assuming.
Yeah, but because he probably doesn't believe your manager is good enough to win the league. You could still be a very good manager and not win the league. Go ahead, Sheik.
Okay, all the examples that Staffy gave of why I think it's the same reason why I think you don't win the league. It's because of your manager. It's because of mentality in certain games. It's because of how you started off this season. All these type of things, right? And the funny thing is, Romario, is that I can kind of see it in your voice as well, that you also agree with us. You don't think you think Arteta will be the reason that you don't win the league because, again, I agree with you. I think your players are good enough. I think you do have a very good defense. All these things that we do say are right. But however, sometimes Arsenal fans think if I say Liverpool are going to win the league, it just equals to Arsenal are shit, Arsenal are terrible, Arsenal aren't good enough. All those type of things. It's not that. I'm not saying Arsenal are a bad team. I'm just looking at the 2 title contenders and I look at their team and how they've started off this season, the players that they have, the manager that they have, all those things. And I just make my conclusion that I think Liverpool will win the league. Same thing with Arteta. I look at a lot of the decisions that he's made so far. You know, we're bringing up past instances as well. We can talk about past instances when Pep has gone to Anfield and when Klopp has gone to the Etihad in certain, games or whatever, where the title is on the line or if it's early on in the season. And I don't think they've had that type of mentality where you're very defensive. Arteta signed 3 attackers this window. He signed Gyökeres, he signed Madueke, he signed Eze. All to go defensive against City at home or at against
But
Liverpool.
did we
at
go
Anfield.
defensive against City at home? This
You played
narrative.
5 defensive players on the pitch against Manchester City. You played the same 5 defensive players that you played
Is
against Liverpool.
Calafiori defensive?
And I'll
This
tell
is
you
what I
this.
mean.
I'll
This
tell
is
you
what I
also
mean.
this.
These lazy narratives.
Is Cal-
Calafiori is not defensive. He literally runs across to the flipping right wing. He's the most attacking fullback you're going to see. But because he's tall and he looks like a centre back and he plays.
What is he? Okay, so let me ask you this: what does he do in the final third?
Okay, when I say defensive, again,
Calafiori does a lot, bro.
What
does he do?
A lot.
What does he do?
Can I ask you guys something for
you?
real?
Give the ball to Eze?
Hold on,
Stand,
Romario.
Mo,
Hold on.
stand, let him answer.
No, I'm going to ask you stuff, a question. I need one fullback in your mind that is more offensive and a better offensive weapon than Calafiori in the league.
Mo, this is why I like you.
In any
this
team?
Is why I like you.
In any team, doesn't matter.
Wait.
In your choice, I want your choice of Staffy. I want your ball knowledge. I know that you watch the majority of the teams in the Premier League. I want one fullback you would prefer to have as an attacking fullback than Calafiori in the Premier League.
I have one. Easy.
Okay, so it's not about what I prefer. If you want me to name
Frimpong all day.
But Frimpong is not even a fullback.
So
and
what
that's
is he?
why. Hold on,
Literally
and that's
right back.
and that's why, guys, Conor Bradley is starting games now at right back because Frimpong, even though he played well, he isn't a fullback. He's a winger, a wing back converted to be a fullback.
Bradley started because Frimpong was injured. That's why.
Frimpong came on the second half. You cannot say that he's injured when he come in the second half.
No, he was injured.
I don't like how you asked
so he
that
came in the
question.
second half.
I don't like how you asked that question because we're not having a debate on who do we prefer as fullback. If you want me to name more attacking fullbacks, I can name a lot of them. I could talk about Pedro Porro. I could talk about Nouri.
I genuinely think Calafiori is a very attacking fullback.
No, but here's the thing. Calafiori, this is how I see him attacking. I think Calafiori.
Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly's better than Calafiori.
Yeah,
no,
but my
Calafiori is
point
better
No, I think he's better than
than
left back.
Calafiori. In my opinion, Calafiori's positioning, the way Calafiori plays, I think.
But Mo. But here's the thing: he has him. I think Calafiori is very good at running with the ball. So he picks up the ball from their third, and he's actually very good at carrying it into the final third. If you tell me is he good at that, I'll tell you yes, very good. My issue with him is how the manager is using him again. Notice how so many of my arguments are going to fall on the manager. I saw him last game being forced, and this is how they play, to whip the ball in the box a lot. He had 4 crosses, completed none of them. I don't look at Calafiori and I'm saying, ooh, I want him running up the wing and just crossing the ball into the box because I don't look at him as a good crosser. So if that is the way you're going to use him in this team, just like so many other players are going to catch me saying this, I don't think he's using them to their best ability. If he has them inverting into the midfield, I'm fine with that. But if he's one of your main reasons why you're getting the ball in the box, I don't think that's good enough.
Do you know what the problem is with analyzing Arsenal? Do you know what the problem is with analyzing Arsenal? Arsenal actually rarely cross the ball from fullbacks to the 18 at all.
4 crosses the last game.
At all.
That's a lot of crosses for one player.
Before I was even
all of them are wrong.
I promise you that all of them are wrong.
I mean, I watched the game. What do you mean?
Yeah, but
I was watching the game.
All of them.
No, but you know,
he doesn't cross the ball as often.
Yeah, but I don't think you should use him that way. That's the point I'm trying to say.
And by the way,
I don't think he should be used for that.
People talk about Timber being the right back, and he's not attacking. Timber's is not a bad. I would choose Timber above a lot of right backs in the league.
Yeah,
a lot of right backs in the league. Would I choose him ahead of Reece James? Probably not. I'm a big fan of Reece James, to be honest with you. Right? I think people that new narrative, and I'm just going to say this because I think it's a narrative that created by the media, and I think that actually everyone believed it, and Don Husam as well. I think Husam is the one who started it. He said that Arteta is a defensive coach.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm ready to debate you on this. I've been waiting to debate you on this.
Wait. I don't want to.
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Not me. Arteta,
it was you a lot. I heard you say this on another show. Go ahead.
Is a cautious manager.
Yes.
Arteta, what I mean by this
synonym of defensive.
Bro, I doubt you. I bet you Romario doesn't even know what Mo meant, and he just said yes.
Did I Google what?
I promise you. But you guys, if you guys gonna talk, you let me explain it.
Let's go ahead and finish, and so we can do it.
Yeah, my point about this. I want to get Romario because he's the guest, who's the Arsenal representative here.
Romario hype, bro. Go ahead.
My point about this is that Mikel Arteta, when Mikel Arteta press, he's very good in keeping the ball. He goes forward. He's someone who has a lot of ball position. I think we call him defensive because he doesn't know how to create chances, actually. He likes to control games and be, oh yeah, I have the ball, so the other team doesn't have it. The defense, in my opinion, defensive coaches are coaches who approach most of the game as the team that are inferior on the pitch, that are reactive to the opposition. That is, for me, a defensive coach, a team that is reactive to the opposition. Arteta is a manager that the majority of his games in the Prem or the Champions League, he's the one who makes the plan and goes forward and try to control the ball and do all this shit, but he doesn't know how to create chances. You can call him a cautious manager that his team recovers very well, which is why they have one of the best defensive units in the world. They recover very well. But realistically and factually, Arteta plays the highest line probably apart from Barcelona.
So can I answer you? Can I answer you here? You think that is not a style of defending? I disagree with you. That is still being defensive, and I'll tell you why I think you're wrong.
Would you call Pep Guardiola a defensive? Okay, so I'm not just because you said that's a style of defensive, so I need to rebuttal that. Pep Guardiola, when he says the best way of defending is having the ball, would you call that a way of defensive?
No. Okay, that's a very good question, and I'll tell you the difference is this.
Brilliant question.
Arteta, the reason we label him defensive is not because he just parks the bus. You don't have to park the bus to be a defender. There's multiple styles of defending. You can either drop or you can press and try to win the ball. Arteta is very good at creating a team that takes a very good defensive shape and wins the ball quick. That is one thing about Arteta. Arteta dies when the ball's not with him. He wants that ball, and he wants that ball quick. He wants dual winners on the pitch, and he wants players that stay in good shape. I don't disagree with him with that. You can win the ball right away. The reason we label him as defensive is because he requires a lot of defensive players to do that. Pep, as an example, when you say that, Pep used to press with a lot of attackers because when he wants to win the ball, he wants to create something with it as well. There's a lot of managers that when they win the ball, they want to make you pay for that turnover. So the minute you turn over the ball, I want to attack you right away. Arteta doesn't use his pressing as a method to create chances. He uses his ball winning as a method to keep the ball. So yes, it looks like the possession is very high and you get 60 to 65. The reason why it's 60 to 65 is because a lot of these players that when they win the ball, it's not in their nature to actually create something. I don't expect Marino to create something. I don't expect Rice to create something. I don't expect the fullbacks. None of your fullbacks, in my opinion, are out and out attacking fullbacks. You can win the ball quick, and I think that's a very good thing in coaching. The issue is you're not doing it with players that the minute you win it, I can pass it on to someone like an Eze that can create something. I can pass it on to someone like an Odegaard to win to create something. I can pass it on to Saka. There's not a lot of creators in this pitch. So yes, his approach might seem possession, but it is defensive.
Okay, can I come in?
I hope that makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense, actually.
But the word I want to come back to is cautious, because I think Mo's spot on here. And the official definition, because I don't like to lie. I know, stuff you like facts, not excuses or reasons.
I think everyone likes facts. No one likes lies, right? Surely it's not a me thing.
I agree. But caution, care taken to avoid danger or mistakes. That's not defensive. It's risk adverse. It's trying to minimize the risk. Mikel Arteta played in Arsenal teams. Now,
okay, we're getting somewhere.
And lost 5-1, 5-0, 6-0, 6-1, 6-3. I used to go to school and get ripped every day because we were awful. So it's like, well, of course you want that, but Arsenal fans don't miss that. We don't miss conceding 6 goals. When we used to go to Liverpool, we knew we weren't winning. We didn't win this season, but we
see what you did here. You manipulated us. You're trying to manipulate us.
No. Let me land
this. Is manipulation, sir.
We knew we weren't winning. Okay.
It's reason. It's evidence. Remember when Chiellini said, this is the history of the Tottenham when they got knocked out?
No, but you know what you just did here? You're trying to gaslight us, bro. You're trying to gaslight us. I'm sorry.
Bro. It's the point. It's stuff. Let me land. The reason I'm mentioning that, because you think I'm trying to gaslight, is because you can't ignore it. When Mourinho was at Man United, he often referred to the record of managers prior. Ten Hag done the same, because you can't just go into a club and just say, bang, it just don't work like that. It just doesn't. So the reason Arteta is how he is and how he has been previously, which is why I think he'll change, is one, I think in previous years he knew we didn't have a team good enough, which we didn't. In 23-24, 24-25, maybe not so much, but 22-23, 23-24, our squad was nowhere near the level of City in Liverpool, but Arteta managed to raise the performance. You can say that's a lie, whatever, but that's why I think Arteta was cautious. When we used to go to Man City, even the fans would say, we'll take a draw, we'll take a point. Now, Arsenal fans say, if we don't win, when we don't beat these teams, it's uproar because he's raised the level of expectation, the standard. So, although I agree with what you're saying, going forward, and Husam makes a good point, Don Husam makes a good point. Pound for pound, he probably is the worst attacking coach in the league, granted.
Thank you.
But he's also pound for pound.
Well, you guys are saying all this. Doesn't all streets lead to Rome, though? Doesn't all this just say that Arteta is defensive?
No.
There's a difference between putting defending first and avoiding risk.
So Arteta is not defending.
No, I wanted to respond to him.
Unless we okay, so unless we are now come to the conclusion that Arteta is defense first and then low block. I don't want the ball. I want to defend first. That is a definition of a defensive coach, because attack is a form of defense. You know what I mean? But that having in position is a form of defense. But I can't just label him as a defensive coach.
You can't, bro. There's Getafe in La Liga. Literally, get the ball. Their tactic: they get the ball if they have kickoff and they kick it to the other team, so they don't have the ball.
Yeah, but that's Bardelas, though. He's shameless.
Yeah, but PSG does the same thing, so we're not really gonna care about that.
But you can't label Arteta defensive. It's so lazy. He is.
But let me tell you, let's go back to something you said, and this is why I think you were trying to manipulate us. You, sir, here tried to tell us. First of all, you looked up the definition of cautious.
I just wanted to be accurate. I just like
and you came to the conclusion that it's that you minimize your risks. By the way, what did I start the show by saying? He doesn't like risk takers. So you kind of proved my point there correct. Yeah, that's number one.
I agreed with.
Number two, you tried to manipulate us and gaslight us by telling us that if you actually don't do what Arteta is doing right now, which is being cautious, you would be Arsenal, the one that used to concede 5-6 that you used to hate because you guys used to get battered. You are insinuating right now that if you just bring on a little bit more risk takers into this team, you go back to doing that. And to me, that is so extreme to say. As they playing 90 minutes or starting in the starting lineup instead of Marino is not going to all of a sudden make you the Arsenal 5-6 years ago that used to concede 5 goals a game. You are being way too disingenuous.
That's the point was.
But that's what you said. I'm holding you against what you said. You said when we were taking risks, we were conceding 5.
Yeah, but that
there's a minimum. There's a medium in the middle.
No, the point is, what you've missed is the point. The point is, Arteta was in those teams. He was the captain, so he felt it. I'm telling you now, bro, like, because you're not an Arsenal fan, so you can't really understand, but that period was so dark.
Trust me, I get it.
Yeah, but we hounded Arsene Wenger, our greatest manager ever. He's got a flipping statue, and there were people saying, get him out. They were protesting. It was toxic. So my point is,
you're not gonna become that. If me asking Arteta to be a little bit more brave and take more risk, it's not gonna make you that all of a sudden. You're a very, very good team. You are very well defensively, even when you attack. You had the best defense in the league when you were attacking. So I already knew you had the best center-back partnership for about 2 years right now. So for us to sit here and pretend that if you just take a little bit more risks, it's going to make you that team, I completely disagree. Liverpool take a lot of risks, and they concede some goals in certain games, but not because they take risks all of a sudden. They're Liverpool of 10 years ago or whatever. That's not what they're looking at.
No, but Staffy, my point, okay, let me just be more concise then. My point is this, is in previous years and this start of the season, I think Arteta's he's convinced himself that we can't attack teams because we'll lose. Cool. So he's gone defensive. You've got to remember, Arteta's lost 5-0 away at Man City. He's been part of these, as gaffer, a big loss, yeah? He doesn't want that. He doesn't want 5-0 L's on a sheet. So he's been cautious, not defensive, because we've still won games 5-0, 6-1, 6-3. We've still done that. He's just cautious. I'm glad Mo said caution, because that's what he does. He puts caution
Mo
over
always
risk.
says English isn't his first language, so I'm not taking his English
I'm
seriously.
not, no, but he's got a great word here. He's got.
But
Mo
okay,
didn't know what word he was using.
but why are we still
Stuffy.
acting? Why are we still acting?
No,
like
but Sheik, let me land. Sorry, let me land.
After Romario, I need to do supers and then we switch the topic, please.
All right, because Arne Slot, the reason I admire Arne Slot is because he's tactical, but he's a bit old school in that he lets the players do a lot of the work. So he said, Salah, you stay there, you do your job, you just score. I rate that. Arteta's not on that. He's saying, Saka, when we don't have the ball, you're here. And when we have the ball, you're here. Calafiori, you can go here. Like, watch the documentary, bro. That's just him. Am I going to criticize him? Yes. Do I think he's the right man for the job? Yes. Both can be true. But to say, Sheik says,
he's the right man for
I
the
just want to
job.
let you know, Romario, that after everything you said about Arteta and that you're defending this and all that, you also agreed that the only way for you to win the league is when he loosens up a little bit, that you're predicting to happen in the future.
Yeah.
So you sat here and disagree with us this whole time, but then eventually you think he has to do some of the things that we think he should be doing. So you're actually with us and you don't even know it.
No, I think Staffy, I think he has to be less cautious. Okay, I like the caution, but have a little.
Let me do these super chats. If Arsenal were in Liverpool position, you all will be saying that you have won the league already. Sam, we got Isak. Eventually, kindly unblock me, please. I don't know who Ahmed is.
Ahmed,
Staffy, you're not blocking people, are you?
Not Staffy.
Sam, not me, bro.
Okay.
Are you saying all Arabs look the same?
No, because you said your name is Husam.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. I don't know
that.
Ahmed. Your beef with Husam is I don't know. Husam, how many are United winning by tomorrow?
Against Brentford. Oh, I'm running a hate watch, my man.
Or Newcastle United or West Ham United.
There's a lot
They're
of
playing
United.
Brentford. They're playing Brentford.
Uh,
It is not just 5 games, bro. It's been 6 years and 5 games. This is fantastic.
That's a great super chat.
That's a great super chat, my man. Wallah. It's in 6 years and 5 games. Eze is proven Premier League commodity unlike Verts. That's a very good rebuttal to what I said. Thank you so much for this. Absolutely great rebuttal to what I said. Big up the panel, even Fiji, Judge Agenda himself. Pick up Fonzie, you fraud. Arteta is scared the driver in a Ferrari. Arsenal squad is ready to win the league. The manager is not. Give this team to Slot or Pep and they walk the league. Wow. Wow.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Problem is we are stuck with him. شو نسوي يا رجل? What do we do, my man? That's what he said. What do we do?
Oh my
شو
God, I can't
نسوي
believe
يا
you just read
رجل?
that. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was Spanish at some point. I was like, what the fuck is that?
شو نسوي يا رجل? Big up Rasim for this. Martin, حبيبي. Don't listen to the vultures, Romario. Press resistant. He's actually press resistant.
Big up
He's
Martin,
actually-
my guy. Martin.
Isn't it K2?
Martin is always bitching about something.
To be defensive if you win stuff, Mourinho.
Martin loves bitching.
And
Mourinho had
can I just say something? Guys, Mourinho is not defensive. Mourinho defend in some games when he wants to, but he's not defensive. As much as people like to say this.
Mourinho is not defensive, but you're saying, خلاص, whatever.
What do you mean? I am. The difference between me and you, I have the same. I have the same view of football. Mourinho with Chelsea, they used to play one of the best attacking football in the country with the 3 winger. He's the one that presented 3 up top, and then the Lampard crash in the 18, scoring a lot of goals. Mourinho, that's what Mourinho used to do. People mistake.
Who was his wingers again?
But he also had that
Damian Duff and Joe Cole.
Robin,
Damian Duff, Joe Cole, Robin. Yeah, but Mourinho had the tools to actually be
didn't bench Eze for Martinelli and Trossard.
Habibi, if you guys want to say attacking and not attacking, Mourinho used to play Milito, Schneider, Pandev, Eto'o and Stankovic on the same pitch with Inter.
Yeah.
Like with Inter, he used to play all of these on the same pitch.
Oh, he played Eto'o as a left wing to have an extra striker on the pitch.
And people keep telling me that he's defensive coach. He's definitely not. Like he chose later to be the defensive. The guy coached a team that scored over 100 points or 100 goals in La Liga.
In La Liga,
People call him defensive. That's the people like. is different. He chose to be defensive in some big games because he thinks that's the best way of winning. Anyway, anyone would be defensive. If Man United were defensive against Barcelona, they might have won the game in the Champions League final. If Alex were more cautious a little bit, because he played so many attacking players in that game as well.
The first one, the second one.
I think he played gigs in the midfield, if I'm not mistaken.
The second one,
yeah, he did. The second one, we weren't doing anything.
In the second one, he played gigs in the midfield. I'm like, broski, just be defensive. Bro.
To be fair, in the second one, they were a lot better, and we sucked. I can't lie.
Yeah.
The first one, I kind of agree.
The second one, I'm not even gonna lie, the game was lost.
Thank you, Barcelona.
24-25 is the only season where we has been risk averse. SE, based on the, I'm gonna do the 2 super chats for Liverpool. Based on this, okay, it's been going backwards a little bit. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Only 23-24, and then it went 1.14. Now it's 0.62. So it's gonna go backwards. That is what is going on. I can't remember which ones did I not do, actually. Oh, yeah. Leone injury, one more injury spells crisis for Liverpool. I don't know what that is.
Sorry, I don't want to stop the super chats, but you know, that 23-24, 24-25. Was Arteta defensive manager then, lads? With that
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Big up Staffy and Husam. Are Arsenal embarrassing Newcastle this weekend like they were supposed to do with Liverpool and City? Ask him for a friend, bro.
Ahmed, I just unblocked you. Here you
go. First of all, Red Lion Taranga, I want to advise you that AI is a very dangerous tool in 2025. Don't believe everything you see. I might be hacked sometimes, and it might not be me.
So Staffy actually said Arsenal are going to embarrass Newcastle. Fucking hell, man.
No. He's saying, are they going to embarrass Newcastle? Because I said...
target first.
Ed is saying, Husam, did you see what Romario reportedly said about Gahit Trans? Romano said about Gahit Trans.
Apparently we ain't gonna buy him in January.
We're 4 months away from all this shit. Something's gonna change between now and then.
We'll see. Big up Muhammad for the super chat. Big up everyone. I know this is the next level delusion, and Husam absolutely convinced that he wouldn't leave Italy, but anyways, question to Mo: how good could Bastoni be alongside Virgil van Dijk in the January window? Wouldn't be good.
Why?
Man.
Okay. So Bastoni has been playing in a back three for the longest. He's good defensively, but he's more good in going forward with the ball. He's actually our attacking center back that goes forward with the ball, cross, get involved. In the high line with Liverpool and how Van Dijk, anyone that plays next to Van Dijk will be good, will look good, but that's different. But I think he would be better as a Liverpool left back, not as a Liverpool left center back next to Van Dijk. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you. He's so good attacking that Inter are 11th.
Yeah, probably. Let me just tell him something he doesn't know. He's so good at attacking that Inter, as 11th, scored the most goals in the league.
Well done.
When you come to the San Siro, I want to hear you talking.
We will talk, don't worry.
100%. I want to hear you talking.
I'm ready for you.
Called him Staffy Husam because of earlier. Actually, Staffy called me out on the.
Mario actually believed that Staffy's name is Husam. That's the funny part.
Called him
Staffy told me he didn't like lies. That's the first one.
So I hope I answered your question, Muhammad.
Games.
I mean, technically, I lie every day because maybe did you believe my real name was Staffy?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. He's really called.
Are we talking Chelsea a little bit? Actually, I know that.
Say about Chelsea again, man. It's time to talk about Chelsea.
I'm going to tell you why we're going to talk about Chelsea. It's I heard only part of Straight Facts.
Which part?
I had done yesterday. He kind of said the same thing. The problem with Chelsea now is that I think Chelsea fan base, the likes of Lewis, the likes of Don, the likes of Shez, the likes of Andrew, all the people that go on the football terrace as well, they are becoming too objective to my liking. What I mean by this, they say on
maybe delusional.
No, I'm going to tell you the difference. If Husam sits here, okay, so hear me out. If Romario sits here and convinces us that Arsenal are going to be good Arteta's going to be offensive. Izzy's going to be embedded. And Arsenal are going to be good and all this stuff. You know what I mean? And then comes game week 15 and Arsenal not playing good. Shouldn't we ask about what Romario's takes were, right? Here is the problem. In the summer, every Chelsea fan I sat with is wearing the belt. He's having the Club World Cup. We're world champions. We're challenging for the league this season. Now they aren't playing well. Everyone at Chelsea is asking questions about, is Maresca's under pressure? Is he going to be able to use this? Well, the players are not doing their job. Okay. Why don't you have the same thing for Arsenal? You say the players are not doing their job. Arteta's not doing his job. Why it's okay for Chelsea fans to be objective about their team and not being questions about their football takes, right? Like, for example, I said that Inter will win the league, right? Inter didn't win the league because Inzaghi fucked up and went to Saudi Arabia, but no one gave me some slack. No one gave me any excuses. They told me, you said this. You said that. Bro, I'm going to tell you something. Chelsea are making people question my ball knowledge because I backed them. Because I said Maresca is going to be good.
About time you start questioning that.
Yeah, it should be questioned anyway. No.
There has to be questions about Chelsea.
Years ago.
Yeah, that's question.
There has to be. You guys know the reality. There has to be questions about Chelsea. Like, I cannot have Chelsea fan telling me that we are going to challenge blah, 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 and then they come and say, but the players are not doing their job. So why didn't you see that before? Why didn't you see that Maresca might go back to the fraud he was last season, mid-season? I saw that Maresca turned the corner. I said, Don yesterday told me that Maresca's doing the same mistakes he did last season. Okay, so what's the conclusion? Are you gonna is he gonna get sacked? Is he under pressure? That is my take on Chelsea. I'm gonna get some water, guys. Well, like someone says, Mo, it's your fault. You hyped him. I hyped him up, to be honest.
I think the PSG game fooled us all, to be honest with you. It sold us a story. Like Mo asked a question 2 days ago. He's like, do you think the PSG game affected us? We're all liars if we say it didn't affect us. Of course it 100%.
Yeah, but how can we say, listen, how can we say it affected us when it was true? Like, we're not wrong for thinking the way we thought, because that was Chelsea. That was the real Chelsea team. These weren't clones. That was Maresca. It wasn't a fake Maresca. It wasn't fake players. It wasn't a fake PSG team. It was real. And what we seen, the performance, the way they perform in the whole competition, especially that PSG game, we were right to think, like, you know what? They played well. The players looked good. The manager's coaching was well. So I don't think we can be too harsh on ourselves for thinking, you know what? We gave them their flowers and we were wrong. No, we were right at the time. It's what went wrong since. And I think that's when we need to have a fair conversation on.
Well, I think
the only game you can really question Maresca on is Man United last week. But it's the only game you can really question him on because he shut the bed and he basically gave up at 0-0 with his weird substitutions. The other ones, like Bayern Munich, I think Bayern Munich, after they scored the third one, I didn't like the reaction, really, in terms of it was sort of like mellowed out, give up, something like that. You know, I don't mind him rotating during the season. And if he notices things are going badly, he changes them like he did against Brentford. But then again, we're like 2 seconds away from getting 3 points. And then we got the flipping idiot who can't mark at the back post called Garnacho. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think everyone, the issue is with Chelsea fans is they were right to be gassed up over the PSG thing because everyone leading up was saying they're going to get smashed and everything like that. Maybe rightfully so because it's PSG. But I think I'm very consistent. I always said I need to wait until the end of the transfer window. I need to wait to see what these guys do in a follow-up. And by the end of the transfer window, I said it and I've been very consistent that the club is just settling for fourth. And they're just settling for Arsene Wenger last 5 years at Arsenal.
Are Chelsea the blue Arsenal now, be honest?
By the recruitment, by this summer, yes, they are. By the way they've recruited this summer, they are. Now, that's not to say that you don't question Maresca, because you definitely should question Maresca after his Man United performance, most definitely. Because there was no need to do the subs that he did right after the the red card, there was no need to bring off Neto whatsoever in that game. You want to bring off Esteval, it's what every manager does. They bring the young player off. We've seen it for all our clubs. No matter what happens, the young player always comes off. But I think he sent a signal out by taking off both his wingers and bringing on an extra defender that they were just settling for a point. They were just trying to skip with a point. That's what they were trying to do. Now, he also, though, has to understand that when he signed up for this, he knew what was happening. Do you know what I mean? No matter what press comes out now that he wanted this and wanted that, he knew what was coming. My issue is that we still are sitting here another summer still saying we need this and we need that, and then we're being told, oh, we'll just wait till next summer for this player to come along, or this player to come along, or this player to come along. You know, it's just one of those things. But Maresca's going to have to try and figure it out, because he's only got, now with the injury news this week, he's going to have to play Achimpong and Chalobah for the next 3 games at centre back. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
So you spent 2 billion and your centre back is Achimpong.
Yeah, Achimpong and Chalobah, bro. And you know what happened on Tuesday against Lincoln? Something magical happened against Lincoln. I didn't think this was possible, but Jorgensen is a special cat. I'm telling you right now. First of all, he concussed one of our defenders, so he's out for the next 12 games.
Yes,
12 days. Yeah. And second of all, he made, and this is coming from me, so you know it's the truth. He made Sanchez look like prime Alisson from his performance against Lincoln. I have never seen a performance like it in my life. I thought Sanchez was the worst. No, there's a theory from some Chelsea fans that Maresca is forced to play Sanchez. He is, because Jorgensen's rubbish. Jorgensen's worse than Sanchez. So he's forced to play Sanchez.
The problem is that, Andrew, everyone told Chelsea fans, the people that watch La Liga, and then the problem is, and I'm telling you guys, wallahi, one of the problem is, Chelsea fans now, because they did so much banter for Arsenal and Man United, right?
Yeah.
They are back in their club blindly.
Yes,
some of them are back in the club blindly because of the amount of banter they actually directed toward Arsenal and Man United.
Yeah.
They are so much like Jorgensen, he's good. Like, this guy is good. Bro, they are back in the Garnacho signing. Like, I have no idea how can someone sit here and just back that Garnacho signing. Because you don't want to get bantered, because you don't want to be against your club. You went so far that there's no coming back. There's no coming back.
That's the problem. And I know, because I was watching, I know KJ put a clip on this. He's got a salmon there saying Blue Co failed Maresca as the title, and he's right. That title is extremely right.
I rate Maresca. I think Maresca is going to get blamed for their fuck-ups again.
This is the whole thing, right? This is the whole thing.
You might say Poch didn't show much, but Maresca definitely showed a lot.
But Maresca saved these guys' jobs, and this is how they were paying. This is how they were paying. They got a 6-year contract extension.
There's no way Maresca went to Bloco in the summer and said, "Get me Garnacho and Gittins."
No way. There is no conversation where he goes, oh, "Yeah, get me Garnacho." Oh, by the way, I'm happy. And after Colwell got injured, I'm happy with the defenders I got. No way did he say, "Oh yeah, I'm happy just to try Achimpong and Chalobah at the back for a visit of Liverpool and Benfica and something like that." There's just no way. On the pitch, question his tactics, question his decisions, no problem. Anything else? Anyone saying pressure on him? There's always going to be pressure on him because it's Chelsea. It's just what happens, right? It's just what happens. But question his tactics, on the pitch decisions, no problem. I will always do that. But anything else is not on him whatsoever. He's doing a good job, and he's already sent shots to them. Because I think there was something after the Lincoln game about he went, well, he said, well, you know what, when they talked about recruitment, so I'm paraphrasing, when they talked about, well, you know what Liverpool are trying to do, they're trying to win the Premier League and the Champions League, look at their recruitment. So he sent shots already. He sent shots to them. The issue is that everyone's going, oh, some people now go Maresca out. Okay, turf Maresca out. The next guy coming in has to work under the exact same conditions. So we just rinse and repeat, essentially. And we just sit here. But I think we were in a top 4 race this season. We're not near, and, that's it. Maybe a cup, but I don't know. I think we're in a top 4 race
I
myself.
love the fact these Chelsea fans have given up on title race already.
There's two things that I
as
wanted
soon
to say
as,
as well.
soon as people know me, as soon as the transfer window shut, that's when I made my prediction, because we didn't do anything, and we're gonna get. I know what's gonna happen in January, Sam. We're gonna get linked to.
I'm just
Mike
gonna have to
Maignan,
tell you something. Within the next
we're
2
not
weeks, Man United, Spurs can be ahead of you by like 5 points.
Yes,
Or 4
I know.
points, something like that.
Why do
Yeah,
you think
Habibi,
United
you
and
do
United
know
are
for me to
losing
do
to
that, it means I have to win
First,
3 games in a row. Do you understand
Yeah.
how much you're asking me to do here?
Mo, let's start off by that.
We know that.
Win our
We know
game
that.
tomorrow.
We
If
know
do,
that Man
and then
United.
we'll have these
We know that
conversations.
Man United might win against Brentford.
Might.
Nah, Brentford winning.
Might.
So we're
You guys don't
What?
think that Man United will win against Brentford?
No, we
I think
should.
Brentford
But
we
will
should.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you will.
Why?
I just think you will.
Why? Why?
That's all you get.
Sources,
Just that.
trust me, bro.
I've learned,
That's
by the way,
not-
I've learned that the best thing to ask on YouTube is just why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Sources, trust me, bro.
Because I think Man United, the
Rafi, you need
Brentford
to
are
remember who
actually.
you're working with. Mo hates Man United, by the way.
You
But
can't
I
Mo,
genuinely
you can't say
think-
Brentford are terrible because we are terrible too. You can't say that. You can't be
You're
like
not as
Brentford are
terrible. You're not as bad as Brentford.
Okay, but tell me why you think we're gonna win though.
Because you have better players.
Though I've had better players than the majority of the teams I've played over the last 10 months.
Because
We
I
have
think
better
your
players than
style
a
will
15
suit
place
Brentford.
squad. We have better players than a 15th place team for sure, but we finished 15th.
Yeah, but I think your players are better than Brentford. I think your system suits Brentford. I think Brentford are gonna be
Wait,
shook
Mo,
by
let
how
me
Man United
respond to
play.
a comment. John James in the chat is saying this stupid narrative of United can't win 2-3 games in a row is so immature and bullshit. It is the fact.
It's a
When's the
true
last time-
narrative.
It is. I agree. It is actually immature and bullshit that we can't actually do it because we should. I agree with you.
When's the
It's
last time
true.
you
You're
won
mad
2
at the
games?
narrative. I'm
When's
mad
the
that
last
it's
time you won
actually
2
true.
games in a row? When's the
Can I
last
tell
time
you
won
guys?
2
Can I
games?
ask you guys for real? Can I ask you guys
It's not
for
even a
real?
narrative at this
Go
point.
ahead.
No Palmer, no defense for Chelsea, right?
Mhm.
No defense for Chelsea. Lavia still not 100% fit. What is more likely, Man United winning against Brentford or Chelsea winning against Brighton?
Listen, realistically, if you ask me to speak about it footballing wise, United should be.
And Sanchez is suspended, by the way. If I'm
No,
not
no,
mistaken.
No, he's
Well,
back.
he's
He's
back.
back.
He only had one game.
Over
ban.
here, he got suspended for the Lincoln game, so he can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already served the
I think,
suspension.
and after Lincoln game, I'm happy he's back in goal. Amazingly, because if Jorgensen was in goal, I might not even watch it.
I want to do this and just move on. Like, just. But which one do you guys think is more
Both
like
draws.
likely for you to happen? More like no. Don't tell me both draws. Which one is more likely? More likely.
I'd still say Chelsea beating Brighton, to be honest.
Chelsea beating Brighton is more
would say
likely than.
Yeah, I would still say that because we can easily still draw our game, which is most.
Can I
likely.
know first before we end what does Staffy want to call Mo out for?
Oh, we already did. We talked about the defensive thing.
Oh, that's
No,
it.
but you said something.
I said I want to debate
No,
you
someone.
on this.
No, that's
Someone,
not
the
what I'm
problem.
talking about.
You were live on the football terrace. We just went live, and the first comment said, "Mo, my staff is calling you out on the football terrace." It's like people have like, bro.
Wait, I said on the football test I want to call you out.
Yeah, I
So you called him out
mean,
or something?
people just came here on the chat and told us, "Mo, staff is calling you out on the football terrace."
Oh no! We were mentioning the whole defensive thing, and I said I heard Mo say that on the
okay.
football terrace, and I disagree with it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I said I want to
That's it.
debate you on it.
Okay. Yeah. No. People make drama out of anything, bro, these days. There is a couple of super chats to do.
You fell for the wrong.
I don't care, bro. I don't fall.
You fell for the Fabrizio fake bomber tweets that they put in chat.
Bro, he fell for the pump fake, bro.
Mo, the fact that you said
Indicala
Mourinho is
pump
not. Mo, the fact that you said Mourinho is not a defensive coach. Now I understand why you think Arteta is not defensive. Arteta isn't cautious. He's a coward. By the way, Zayn, you showed I don't know how old you are, my friend. If anyone says that when Mourinho started coaching, he's a defensive coach, you don't know football. I promise you, I swear to God, Mourinho used to play Manchester United at Old Trafford, at Stamford Bridge, and the game would be end-to-end. I remember these games, end-to-end games.
Bro,
into
we
England.
went toe to toe, end to end with Ronaldinho's Barcelona in the Champions.
But then people call Mourinho like how?
He
like,
did. He did. You're right. He did for certain games, or maybe a run of
yes,
3 or 4.
for certain games.
Like for you guys away at your second leg away at Newcastle.
Barcelona.
You went down to 10 men. Yeah, you went down to 10 men. He did.
Yeah, but people want him to attack Messi and the co with 10
Yeah,
men.
But it's also like
people Allah bravo, yes. Let's attack Messi in the Camp Nou in his pump in 2010 with 10 men. Yes, let's do it. When we're winning 3-1, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, he went. I remember. Do you remember he was ultra defensive away at Borussia Dortmund when they got smashed 4-1?
Yeah, with Real Madrid in the semi-final. Yeah, with Lewandowski scoring 4 goals. Yeah, ultra defensive.
I think people mix up the fact that he didn't mind surrendering the ball. He used to say that like he believed in I could do what Barcelona used to do in like 10 passes. I could do it in one Jabi Alonso long ball. His ideology is a lot different. He doesn't mind surrendering the ball.
Remember,
I wouldn't say he was just fully defensive his whole career.
It's also like he wasn't scared.
This man under Barclays Premier League, when it was only 3 subs, when he didn't like it, he made 2 subs in like 20 in the first 20 minutes when he didn't like something. You know what I mean? This like attacking subs or something like that.
Steve, I'm so happy you said that because I was on the terrace and I got accused of an agenda again. Surprise, surprise. Terry accused me of an agenda because I'm not sucking up to the club and everything the team is doing.
I saw that part.
But, bro, I used to see Jose Mourinho when shit goes bad or something he doesn't like in the first half, he doesn't mind doing a sub. I saw you guys take off all your attackers within 10, 15 minutes. 2 of them in the first 5 minutes of the game. And the manager still persisted with 3 defenders, even though there's only Joao Pedro to attack. And when he decided to change something in the second half, he brought on a midfielder for his only striker.
There's nothing there.
Come on, man. Like, what are we fucking doing here, bro? But no, I can't say that, bro. I can't say that.
I think Mourinho. Listen, there's an unfair criticism of Mourinho, given that who he was up against during the time that he was seen more defensive than the likes of Ferguson and Pep and so forth like that. But when he wanted to, he would be the ultimate defensive coach. When he wanted to, he would be the ultimate defensive coach. But I'm telling you right now, when he got Robin and Duff fit, we're on the league like that, went off. Because they weren't fit at the start of that season. He played a diamond formation in midfield. That's what he did. Because they weren't fit. As soon as he got them fit, flying, done. Back to back.
Called him.
Mourinho was a coward. He wasn't a coward in going.
People don't know. The problem is nowadays. That's what I'm telling you. What happens in football analysis nowadays? People watch the media. And they watch the small clips that come on Twitter or YouTube or shorts on Instagram, and then they form an opinion about a manager or about a player, for example.
That's why you blame me for the Arteta narrative, but I think it's people's eye test, Mo.
No,
Mourinho.
I'll tell you something.
I promise you. I don't want to go there again. We debated it already. It's finished.
Andrew and Sheik don't do watch-alongs, but they watch the games, so when they're asked on shows, they know what they watched. Staffy does watch-alongs. Staffy, do you enjoy doing Arsenal watch-alongs? Be honest.
No, they're boring as fuck. And I'm telling you, they're boring as fuck.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
No, I hate them.
No.
Mo, you
so
know
when did I say this?
Wait, Mo, you know that watch-alongs are
don't put words in my mouth. When did I say that Arsenal are an exciting team? No, I'm not. No, Husam, you don't like me to do this. You don't like me to do this. When did I say? When did I ever say Arsenal are an exciting team? They're boring as fuck.
I never said you said exciting. Relax. Now, you know I'm the watch-along guy.
First of all, Mo yelled, so 1-0 Husam.
I decided to not watch Arsenal Port Vale. Even though if I went live for that game, I probably would have had 300 people watching, 400 people watching, 250, whatever. I didn't go live for it. Our narrative is not based off of the media. Our narrative is based off our own eye test.
When we watch, you can when we watch
Arsenal, they can't attack, bro.
I'm tired. Okay, I'm not discussing.
I'm tired.
Sometimes you're very stubborn and you don't. There is difference between boring and right. I don't know how to create chances and a defensive coach. It's 2 different things.
Triggered.
If you don't understand this, it's up to you. But I never said Arsenal are exciting. Arsenal currently now, Man City are way more exciting than Arsenal to watch. Even though that we called Man City.
United are more exciting than Arsenal.
Like Arsenal now are 50,000 passes before the chance is created or the cross is being put in the 18.
But
That's
Mo,
it.
like, did
That's
you just say,
defensive.
Huts, you said Man
No, it's
United's
cautious.
more
It's cautious.
It's
exciting.
not defensive.
Like,
It's not defensive. Yeah.
but would you rather Arsenal played like Man United? I don't understand. Like, do you want to
What
be
do you mean?
exciting or successful?
See, once again, he always goes from one extreme to the other.
Why Man United? Why? Okay,
So
hold
the
on. hold on.
only-
Hey,
I'm gonna-
Huts,
the
I'm
only
gonna ask
alternative-
him.
hey,
Yeah,
I'm
why
gonna
do you take
ask him.
us?
I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
him. I'm
Mate,
gonna ask him.
Hussam just said Man
Who
United's
has
more
a
exciting
better?
to
Who
watch
has
than
better?
Arsenal.
Who has? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm
I
gonna
know
ask
where
you
he's
something,
going.
Romario, and I'm gonna defeat
Yeah.
what you just said.
I know where he's going.
Who do you think has
Mhm.
better defenders, better defensive in Arsenal or Liverpool?
Who, me?
No. Romario. Who has better defenders or better
It's taking you
defensive
this
unit?
long. It's taking you this long to say it. I thought it'd just
Yeah,
be
because
Arsenal players.
it's too.
Bro, if
yeah,
I hold on, Osam,
Scared.
who
He's
has
scared.
better
He knows
defenders
why.
and
He
better
knows what's coming,
hold
bro.
on. Romario, Osam, who has the better defensive unit, Arsenal or Liverpool?
Arsenal.
See, Romario, it's easy to answer, Habibi. Like,
no,
it's
but Mo,
not
I
that
don't think. I
easy.
think we.
Well,
Arteta
he's stuttering
sets us
now.
up.
Why is he
No,
stuttering?
mate, I think Arteta sets us up to be a more solid defensive.
Yeah,
unit,
Habibi,
which
answer the
leaves-
question so I can go to the following question. That was not
I
the
think
Wait,
they're
wait,
level.
you know, one more
I
time.
think
Who
Allison.
sets you
I
up to
think
be more
Okay,
defensive?
good. Even that answer is acceptable.
Yeah, you're
Do you
being too
think?
cautious.
Do you think
with your
Liverpool?
answers.
Do you think Liverpool play exciting football?
yeah.
100%.
Why don't you?
No, that's my point. It's boring. I'm
خلاص,
bored when
listen.
I'm there. I'm bored. But
Guys,
don't
the Arsenal
compare us
fan
to.
said it. He's bored.
But Mo,
Romario,
don't
did you
compare
go?
it
Did
to
you
Man
go to the
United.
Port Vale game? Did you go to that game?
No, unfortunately not. Didn't fancy that trip.
He just
Anyway,
said fortunately not. Fortunately not. Imagine.
let me
I'll
do
be
this.
honest, bro, I'm honest.
Did we do?
He's
Called
boring.
him Staffy or Sam because of earlier. I think we did that one. I don't think-
Yeah,
We did
yeah,
it. You're getting too old.
What happened to their big chances this time?
Do you guys know that actually the club with the most big chances in the league currently is fucking Man
It's Man
United?
United.
It's the United.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the most section.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's all blame the manager.
Oh,
end the stream. End the stream. End the stream. No, let's not do this. We're already
What a
1 hour and half.
hypocrite.
We're gonna have Oppenheimer stream.
I like it, Mo. I like
Hammer
it.
him out. That's the new one.
I've never said Amorim out, by the way. Those words never came out of my mouth. Not
Hammer
once.
him out.
What did you say? You'd be happy to see him go, something like that.
That's a decent goal.
Hey, Staffy's a proper lawyer. He's a lawyer, and I
Romario, equalizer. End of stream equalizer from Romario.
I like it.
That was sponsored by
Happy to
free
see him
kick.
go.
man.
Same shit. You get
That
me.
was
Same
it.
shit.
Oh,
Same
that was
thing.
beautiful. That was
Same
beautiful.
Zain here is saying Mo Arteta win defensive post 2024 season. Until then, he was attacking Mourinho. Till Madrid were in defensive. Post that, he went defensive in his second Chelsea spell and wanted players like Fellaini at United. Okay, so I don't think Arteta is a defensive coach. I think Arteta is more cautious than defensive, which is, I think he's doing what Pep Guardiola used to say, which is, I'm going to explain it to you for the last time, Zain. Maybe you don't want to understand it. Pep Guardiola said that the best form of defense is having the ball myself. And Arteta wants to have the ball all the time. So he's the one who's controlling the tempo and the game. He's not defensive. Otherwise, he would just
But also,
leave the
let me
ball
just
and
let me
just
just
play.
again
He's not
again with the
defensive,
again
that's
again with the Mourinho thing. He was defensive in the title running of 15. Those like after like February, he went defensive that way because he didn't like we were too far open.
Can I
So
tell you guys
that's-
where I am? You know, Antonio Conte, people call him a defensive coach, right? He's actually not, but he knows how to set up defense.
Yes,
But Antonio Conte
that's
with Inter, we were on the front foot all the time. Anyway, I want to thank everyone that joined us.
Defensive coach, bro. Stop. Don't do that.
I want to thank everyone. I hope that you get Antonio Conte. I'll see you suffer, but you'll win. The problem is you'll win. I'll see you guys later today in an hour on Footy Judge Mo, guys, with a good panel. So stay there. If you go there, hit that like button, subscribe here, of course. We are very close to
We're
the
one
target.
sub away from 10.8k. Can someone just sub
One.
from like their brother's
As
phone or something?
Romario
Hold on, let me go
sub.
sub.
As
I'll
Romario
sub.
sub.
I'm
You
loyal.
We
Yeah.
can't end the stream on 10-7-9-9-9-9.
Make sure everyone subs to my channel as well. I need all the subs I can get. Just started. Head over Romario Webster. Appreciate it.
Guys,
And I look
all
forward
the
to being
channels
on
are in the
again.
description as well. So go and support Check TV as
Mo,
well.
can I just say, Starfy, we will speak. 2-3 months, we will have a big conversation.
You know what's gonna happen, bro? If Arsenal actually switch up the way they play, which is what we're recommending to happen, you're gonna be like, see, I told you. Even though for them to do that, it means a change to what we wanted it to be. But for some reason, you're gonna try to have a conversation with me. I get it, man. I get it.
Good to meet you, bro. We're gonna cook.
And Martin, please, Martin, you're my guy, but give it up in the chat, bro. Give it up.
Big up, Martin. Real one.
So jarring, bro.
Martin
so
hype.
Jarring. He's always crying about something, bro. Martin.
You're gonna say something.
Martin immediately from the free seats today.
Martin watches the stream of the box.
Are you all gonna, guys? I need to end the stream, but I think maybe in 2 weeks, Arsenal might be top of the league. I'll see you guys later. We're out of here, people.